We've all been there, haven't we? Staring at that tiny phone screen, the GPS just repeating, recalculating, right before the signal completely dies.
Oh, yeah. Or, maybe worse, the app tells you turn left, and you're looking at a very clear one-way sign pointing right.
Exactly. That moment, that digital fail,
hmm
it's like the ultimate test of just, well, basic human communication, isn't it?
It really is. Getting lost, it's not just about roads. It feels like the universe is kind of testing our listening skills, our ability to ask clearly and give clear instructions back.
Absolutely. And understanding spoken directions in English, that feels like a real linguistic survival skill sometimes.
Definitely.
So this deep dive is our shortcut, really. We want to help you master that essential skill.
Yeah, the mission is pretty straightforward.
We want you to be that person who can, confidently give directions, understand them when you receive them, remember them.
And just make any city feel a bit friendlier, right? Make
Right.
interactions actually work.
Totally. And the focus today, it's more than just memorizing vocabulary lists.
hmm We're really unpacking the structure of guidance itself.
The tools.
Yeah, the specific linguistic tools, how clear action, precise words, and crucially, that generous tone all combine.
Because if you sound annoyed or impatient giving directions,
Nobody's going to trust them anyway, no matter how accurate they are.
good point.
Oh,
Okay, let's unpack this structure then, starting with, I guess, the absolute core, imperatives.
imperatives, yes. The grammar of action.
Right.
They're the bedrock.
Yeah.
Simple as that. They're those verbs that kick off a direction, go straight, turn left, take the bus.
Very direct.
Super efficient.
Yeah.
There's none of that conversational padding like, well, I think perhaps you should consider going,
No.
or maybe you could turn.
No, it's just action. Do this.
Exactly. Just the action.
They do sound like little commands, though, don't they? Each verb feels like a step forward, which kind of leads to that classic worry for learners.
Uh-huh. The sounding bossy problem.
Yeah. If they're so direct, won't I sound like I'm ordering people around, like some kind of, I don't know, robotic traffic cop?
That's a really critical point. And yes, imperatives are direct. Out of context, just barking turn left can absolutely sound demanding.
Right.
Which is why we have to mix that clarity with, well, with kindness, or at least politeness.
So the instruction itself stays clear.
But the packaging changes. Think about the difference between a stark, go straight for 2 blocks
Okay.
versus something softer like, could you please go straight for 2 blocks? Or even, you'll probably want to go straight here.
Okay. The tone. It turns that command into something more like compassionate advice.
That's a great way to put it. Compassionate advice. The action is non-negotiable for clarity, but the delivery, that's crucial.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Now let's tackle the listener's nightmare scenario, because this happens to me all the time. My brain just forgets the directions halfway through.
Information overload.
Yeah. I start off super confident, following the first 2 or 3 steps, and then poof, it's gone. I freeze up because it all just got too complex.
That's the classic overload problem. Absolutely. And the hack here isn't trying to memorize a whole paragraph of instructions.
No.
No. The trick is learning to chunk the information. You listen for the core actions,
Okay.
and then you repeat them back, but in short phrases, like straight, right at lights, second exit.
So you break it down.
Exactly. That simple act of just paraphrasing it back, it does 2 things. It confirms for the speaker that you've understood.
Right. Gives them a chance to correct you.
Precisely. And it locks that sequence, those chunks, into your short-term memory much more effectively.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
We're not trying to memorize poetry here.
Not all.
We're establishing a rhythm. Like each command is a drumbeat guiding you.
Perfectly put. A rhythm or choreography, each command is one step. And to guide someone pretty much anywhere, you really only need to master maybe 5 core imperatives.
5. Okay.
Think of them as your sort of primary grammar compass.
Let's break those 5 down then. Because just listing them isn't quite enough, is it? We need to know, when to use which one properly.
Agreed. Absolutely. So first up, go.
Go.
That's pure movement, locomotion. You use it typically with distance or consistency, go straight ahead. Or go until you see the big clock tower.
Okay, simple movement. What's next?
Second, turn. This is obviously for changing direction. Usually needs a bit more precision, a modifier. Turn sharp left or turn right immediately after the traffic lights.
Got it. Sharpness, timing. And the third one, take. This one feels, it feels more versatile than just movement.
It is.
It's not just take a taxi or take a bus.
Oh, definitely not. Take is really the verb of choice. You use it when the person has options and they need to select one.
Like at a junction or...
Exactly. You take the second exit at the roundabout. You take the main road when the path forks. It implies there's a selection to be made, a commitment to one path over others.
Selection and commitment. I like
If-
that. Okay, what about the last two?
Number 4 is cross. This is our safety imperative often.
Safety.
Yeah, because it's usually used with a feature you need to navigate safely. Cross the bridge. Cross the street, but only at the pedestrian crossing. It highlights the action over a specific feature.
Okay. Prioritizes the crossing action. And the fifth.
Finally, keep. This is the consistency verb. Keep going straight. Or keep bearing left. It means maintain your current course, even if there are, little side roads or potential distractions.
Maintain the course.
Yeah.
Got it. Go, turn, take, cross, keep. That's actually a pretty robust toolkit just with those 5.
It covers most situations.
Now let's use take and tackle maybe the most common source of directional panic. The roundabout.
Yes. The chaos circle.
The chaos circle, where you're trying to count exits while merging into traffic and somehow stay calm.
Yeah.
How do we clearly explain take the third exit?
Right. Well, the panic usually kicks in because people are trying to count the exits in real time while they're driving into the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So the helpful visualization trick is, as soon as you hear the instruction, picture the roundabout like a clock face. Instantly.
Okay, like a clock.
You're entering at, say, 6 o'clock at the bottom. The first exit is usually roughly 9 or 10 o'clock. Maybe straight ahead is 12. The second might be 1 or 2 o'clock, and so on. You count clockwise.
Okay.
So when you hear take the third exit, you immediately visualize going past 12 o'clock, past the second one, and swinging almost all the way around to maybe 3 o'clock position.
Ah, I see. And if I'm still not sure, I can use that chunking technique we talked about.
Exactly.
I can repeat back. Okay, so I'm going around past the first 2 exits and then taking the third one.
Perfect. That turns potential confusion into teamwork. It gives the speaker a chance to confirm or correct you before you take the wrong exit.
Right. You've used the imperative take confidently, and you've confirmed the where before, as you said, your shoes betray you, or your car.
Exactly. Okay, so now we know how to tell people to move using imperatives. Let's shift to segment 2, painting the map with location vocabulary.
Right. We need the where behind the what to do.
Precisely. These location words, they're the landmarks. They turn those simple action verbs into a kind of living map inside your mind.
They're not just decoration, they're essential details.
Absolutely essential. Let's maybe start by clarifying those tricky intersection words first.
Good idea. Like, what is the real difference between a junction and an intersection? People use them interchangeably sometimes.
They do, and it can be confusing. Generally speaking, an intersection is where roads cross each other, often, at right angles, like a plus sign plus usually has traffic lights.
Okay, crossing.
A junction is a bit broader. It's simply where 2 or more roads meet or join. They might merge. It could be a 2 junction where 1 road ends. The angles might be odd. It's more general.
So that distinction actually matters for accuracy, doesn't it?
It really does. If someone says turn at the intersection, you expect a clear crossing. If they say turn at the junction, you should be prepared for maybe a merge or a less straightforward connection.
Good point. And let's not forget the terms that define us, the traveler. We mentioned the pedestrian earlier.
Right, the walker.
Pedestrian crossing or a zebra crossing in some places or pedestrian lights. Those are the designated safe zones for the walker's action.
Crucial safety terms. And we should definitely talk about road personality because knowing the difference between, say, a lane and a boulevard isn't just vocabulary, it actually helps you judge time and speed.
How so?
Well, a lane usually suggests something small, maybe winding, perhaps rural or residential, slow travel, local traffic.
Right. If someone says, oh, it's just down this little lane, I immediately picture something narrow. Maybe I should walk or drive slowly.
Exactly. A standard street or road is, well, normal. But a boulevard or an avenue, those words imply something grander.
Wider, maybe trees?
Often wider, maybe divided, maybe tree-lined, usually in a more urban or significant setting. It changes the whole feel, the emotion of the sentence, and it sets an expectation for maybe faster travel or a longer distance.
That's really using language visually.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's get even more precise with some advanced landmarks. We absolutely need to nail the difference between an underpass and an overpass.
Yes. Often confused. An underpass is basically a tunnel, right? Usually for a path or maybe a smaller road that goes beneath something else like under a railway line or a big motorway.
Going under, got it.
And the overpass is the opposite. The road or path goes over the feature. It's an elevated walkway or a bridge structure taking you above the obstacle.
And knowing which one you're looking for can save you like half a mile of walking in the wrong direction.
Easily. Then there's the embankment.
Right. That raised bit of land, often alongside a river or maybe holding up a railway line.
Exactly. That raised, often sloping structure built to carry a road or path or just contain water. It's a specific geographical feature.
These subtle features need precise words. But maybe the words carrying the heaviest responsibility in directions are the prepositions.
Oh, absolutely. Opposite, next to, behind. Get these wrong.
And the whole direction falls apart. If the cafe is opposite the big fountain, it means it's facing it, across the street or square. But if it's behind the fountain, I need to walk around the fountain to find it. Totally a different location.
Exactly. So when you're receiving directions, if there's any doubt about these little words, these prepositions, you really have to confirm.
Don't be shy.
Not at all. Stop and ask. Sorry, just to be clear, did you mean directly across the street from the cinema or right beside it?
That clarity saves so many steps.
Yeah.
Frustration.
Definitely. Practical, actionable advice. Okay, so that's the logic of flotation. Now, let's pivot. Let's move from logic to maybe the poetry, or as we called it, the street art of English. Segment 3, emotional GPS and directional idioms.
Idioms. I like this bit.
Idioms are great because they help you make that leap, from sounding merely correct to sounding truly natural and friendly.
They add personality.
They do. They connect physical movement with broader meaning or feeling.
My favorite one is probably off the beaten path. We know it means, like, away from the usual tourist roads. Often used for finding a hidden gem, like that quiet little cafe nobody knows about.
Right. And you can actually use it when giving directions. You might say, the restaurant we're looking for, it's a little bit off the beaten path, so you'll need to keep an eye out for a small sign tucked away.
So it alerts the listener, tells them they need to look harder, maybe go down a side street.
Exactly. It manages expectations.
We also talked about being at a crossroads, which means being stuck between two big decisions, right?
And you can use it metaphorically about life choices, or sometimes literally if you're describing a particularly confusing junction where someone has to make a clear choice.
And go the extra mile. That feels like the kindness idiom.
It really does. If you're giving directions and you walk someone partway, you're going the extra mile. If you're following complex directions, you might realize you had to go the extra mile around some unexpected construction. It implies effort, dedication, maybe a bit of generosity.
Okay. What about follow your nose? It sounds charming, but if I tell someone to just follow their nose, isn't that a bit too vague? What if their nose just leads them to, I don't know, a bakery when they wanted the library?
That's excellent skepticism. You're right, it can be vague if used badly, but follow your nose is usually employed when the path forward is pretty intuitive or obvious. It often just means keep going straight ahead, don't turn off.
So it implies trust? Trust the flow.
Yeah, trust the flow, trust the main path. If you're walking down a main market street, say, and the place is further down, someone might say, just follow your nose, meaning keep going straight down this obvious street. It doesn't usually mean literally follow a smell. Unless
you're looking for the bakery.
Exactly. So think of it often as a kind of softening synonym for go straight when the way ahead is pretty clear and requires no immediate turns.
I see. Makes sense. And in the same direction, that's just a nice, practical phrase for connecting with someone who happens to be going your way.
Yeah, very useful, friendly. And if you do make a mistake, get lost, but manage to find your way back to the route.
You're back on track.
You're back on track. Great phrase. Gives a sense of recovery, getting back in control.
So when you mix these idioms in with the clear imperatives,
that's when you get what we called smoother edges.
Right. You're not just barking orders. You're having a proper conversation.
Yeah. Like, okay, you'll want to take the right fork there. And once you're on that road, honestly, just follow your nose for about a quarter of a mile. You can't miss it.
It sounds much more natural.
And one more crucial thing here. Repair lines. We need to emphasize these.
Yes. The safety nets. These sound so native level, don't they? And they save the listener so much potential embarrassment or confusion.
Absolutely essential. A repair line is basically giving a negative landmark, something the listener should not see if they're going the right way, or something that tells them they've overshot.
Okay, give me an example.
Like, keep going past the post office and it's on your left. Now, if you reach the big supermarket, the Tesco's, you've gone too far.
So helpful.
Or turn right at the pub. If you cross the river, you've missed the turn. Come back. It saves them wandering for miles. It confirms their position relative to the goal even if they miss the primary landmark.
That's incredibly adaptive language and anticipates the potential for error.
It really is. Which brings us nicely to our synthesis. Segment 4, we need to pull all these threads together now.
Right, putting the whole structure into practice. Remember the golden trio.
The golden trio for clear directions: action, distance, and landmark.
Action, distance, landmark. Okay, let's try building a really clear direction using that trio. Say, guiding someone to a specific bookstore.
Okay, perfect. Let's try. I might say, go, that's the action, straight, action consistency. For about 3 blocks, that's the distance. Then turn left, action again, right at the traffic lights. That's our first landmark.
Okay, good start. Action, distance, landmark.
But we can add more precision at the traffic lights, which are opposite. That's the crucial precision preposition. The old library, our second confirming landmark.
Okay, go straight 3 blocks, turn left at the traffic lights opposite the old library. That feels complete.
Right. It perfectly combines the clear imperative verbs, go, turn, a measurable distance, 3 blocks, and clear confirmation landmarks, traffic lights, old library, all linked by that vital preposition, opposite.
And if the listener uses that chunking technique,
They repeat back, okay, straight 3 blocks, then left at the lights, opposite the library.
boom, locked in, confirmed.
Exactly. And, I think this whole exercise, thinking about giving and receiving directions, it really shifts our perspective on how we use language generally.
How so?
Well, giving directions clearly requires you to organize your thoughts, guide someone calmly. It actually teaches a form of leadership, doesn't it?
Huh. Leadership. I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah. You're taking charge of guiding someone and asking for directions.
Asking teaches humility. It's about knowing when you need help, listening really carefully, and trusting someone else's words.
So English, in this context, turns both leadership and humility into practical conversational strengths.
Beautifully put. And the core message through all this has to be aim for progress, not perfection.
Definitely.
Getting a direction slightly wrong or taking a wrong turn, it's never wasted time. It's just one street closer to fluency, maybe.
I like that. Mistakes are just part of the map itself.
Exactly. If your instructions accidentally led someone astray, that moment of correction, of repair, that's where real learning happens for both of you.
And every time you successfully give or confirm a direction, you're building this confidence that goes way beyond just grammar rules. It's about connection.
And remember that thought we had earlier? Imperatives are compassion disguised as clarity.
Yeah, that was good.
You're not just commanding someone, you're actively helping them reach their goal. It's an act of, well, linguistic kindness.
So the challenge for everyone listening, try putting that golden trio action distance landmark into practice this week. Give directions in English. Even if it's just explaining the way to the kitchen to a family member or practicing in the mirror, just try it out.
Embrace the slight awkwardness. That's how you know you're stretching yourself, learning something new.
Totally. Because here's the provocative thought we really want to leave you with today.
Okay.
Especially now. In this age of sometimes unreliable tech, if human language, clear human instructions, can save us even when the GPS fails, what does that tell us?
What does that tell us about the need to trust our own clear words and the clear, chunked words of others, perhaps more than we trust these external systems?
Not just when we're traveling, but maybe in every conversation that requires real guidance, real direction in life.
Powerful thought. Your words, they really are your most reliable map.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and maybe follow your nose towards curiosity a bit more often.
And just remember, the best journeys often start with that one small, confident imperative, go.